Hello, everybody. A very warm welcome. It's been so long since I got to be on this side of Billionchants and be a host for you. I'm so excited to meet all of you again after a very long break. And I have so also very thrilled to see that our Billionchants count is up to 12, past 12 million. So very exciting. Very, very exciting. On this lovely Thanksgiving Day in Canada, it's a time to say thank you for everything we have received. And indeed, all of us should spend this time to reflect and say thank you for all that we have in our lives. We all need more things, we all want more things, but truly it's a time to say thank you for all that we have. And today we have a very special guest, and that special guest is Kiran ji. Talk to you. So let me give you a little bit more about Kiran ji. She is a very senior international mind and meditation coach, yoga instructor, as well as a corporate trainer. All has been associated with the Art of Living Foundation for about 15 years. She told me recently, just before this, that she's very attached to Singapore. That is home for her, and she is a permanent resident there. And because she's lived there for 21 years, and of which about 10 years has been as an art of living teacher. So she has taught very, very large and diverse set of people, including IT professionals, bankers, doctors, engineers, policymakers, and so much more. And she's taught in Singapore, Hong Kong, and number of international schools, including the American International and the Canadian International schools. And after teaching in these schools for very long, she decided to quit teaching, but also, I mean, quit teaching in that sense, but has continued to teach for the Art of Living Foundation for many years and teaches yoga and breathing courses. And she is now relocated to India for some time. And she joins us from India. So a very warm welcome to Kiranji. Please, Kiran Singh ji, there she is on screen. Welcome. Lovely to see you and have you here. We can't hear you.
Now you can, right?
Yes, we can.
So thank you, Preeti, for the gracious introduction. And thank you for inviting me to be a part of this beautiful Billion Chants sponsored by OVPI. And I can say it's such a wonderful feeling to be able to be here and be a part of this session with so many people around the globe. Yeah? So, what I can say is that our time together here is very special today because we are going to be meditating together, chanting together. And so, I would say all those who are able to join the session today from different parts of the world, let us first understand what is the purpose of chanting. You know, chanting changes vibrations from negative to positive. So, we're going to be chanting a very powerful mantra. So, these mantras, when we chant them, they help the mind to go inward. And when the mind goes inward, that's when we experience deep relaxation. Yeah. So, when we chant the mantras, the sound vibrations that are produced, that is nothing but energy. So, therefore, when we do the mantra chanting, they have a deep effect on our consciousness because they energize us. Yeah? And these mantras, they are not a recent invention. They are very, very old. Yeah? So when we chant, what happens is that the sound vibrations, they remain in space and in our consciousness for a very long time. They don't die or disappear because energy can never be destroyed. Yeah? So uh, the Om Namah Shivaya chant, it is very ancient. And when we chant this ancient mantra, what happens is it helps us in a very subtle way to resonate each layer of our consciousness. with positive energy. And I think we all need positive energy, don't we? Yeah. And also, chanting helps to protect us from all negative influences. So, and you know what happens is when we chant Om Namah Shivaya, the deepest layer of our consciousness starts vibrating too. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Just like the tuning fork. So, today, when we chant, I would say just immerse yourself in the vibrations of the chanting. Just like every day we take external shower to cleanse our physical body. We run water over the body, sometimes even twice a day, and then we change our clothes, and it makes us feel so fresh, isn't it? In the same way, mantra chanting is like an internal shower. We call it as mantra snan. It means getting bathed in the ancient chants. Yeah. So, and just like a charged magnet, um, the mantra sounds, they also charge our body as well as surroundings with positive energy. Yeah. So, I will be chanting Om Namah Shivaya 108 times. And the one thing more I would like to share with you that when we chant together in a group with our eyes closed, it simply compounds the effect of chanting. So just feel free to chant along with me. Or if you wish to just listen and mentally chant, that's also okay. Yeah. And and at the end of Om Namah Shivaya chanting, just continue to keep your eyes closed, because then we will also meditate with Devi Kavacham. The word Kavach, it means protective shield or armor. So Devi Kavacham is a powerful chant which talks about how the divinity protects us. And as I said, that these mantra chants are like a protective armor, and they protect us from negative influence of time and space, and which is so relevant in today's scenario when the entire world is in the grip of COVID. We're suffering from COVID crisis, and during such times, we need such protective armors to shield us and to uplift us as well as our surroundings. Yeah? So, without further delay, shall we get started? Yeah. So, what we'll do is that I will be chanting Om Namah Shivaya in two speeds. We'll begin with slow chanting, and then we'll begin with the slow chanting, and then at a medium pace for some time, and then we will end with slow chanting. Yeah. Does that sound good? Yeah. So, um, let us sit with our spine straight. You can close your eyes, and you can rest your hands on your knees or your thighs, palms open to the ceiling. Or you may keep your hands on your lap, palms facing up. Keep your eyes closed. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax your facial muscles, your eyes, eyebrows. Relax your forehead. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, relax your whole body. So let's begin now. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Keep your eyes closed and be with yourself.
नमश्चण्डिकायै ॐ मार्कण्डेय उवाच यद्गुह्यं परमं लोके सर्वरक्षाकरं नृणां यन्न कस्यचिदाख्यातं तन्मे ब्रूहि पितामह ब्रह्मोवाच अस्ति गुह्यतमं विप्र सर्वभूतोपकारकं देव्यास्तु कवचं पुण्यं तच्छृणुष्व महामुने प्रथमं शैलपुत्रीति द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणी तृतीयं चन्द्रघण्टेति कूष्माण्डेति चतुर्थकम् पञ्चमं स्कन्दमातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनीति च सप्तमं कालरात्रिश्च महागौरीति चाष्टमम् नवमं सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिताः उक्तान्येतानि नामानि ब्रह्मणेव महात्मना अग्निना दह्यमानस्तु शत्रुमध्ये कतोरणे विषमे दुर्गमे चैव भयार्ताः शरणं गताः न तेषां जायते किञ्चित् अशुभं रणसङ्कटे नापदं तस्य पश्यामि शोकदुःखभयं नहि येस्तु भक्त्या स्मृता नूनं तेषां सिद्धिप्रजायते प्रेतसंस्थातु चामुण्डा वाराही महिषासना ऐन्द्रिगजसमारूढा वैष्णवी गरुडासना माहेश्वरी वृषारूढा कौमारी शिखिवाहना ब्राह्मी हंससमारूढा सर्वाभरणभूषिता नानाभरणशोभाढ्या नानारत्नोपशोभिताः दृश्यन्ते रथमारूढा देव्यः क्रोधसमाकुलाः शङ्खं चक्रं गदां शक्तिं हलं च मुसलायुधं खेटकं तोमरं चैव परशुं पाशमेव च कुन्तायुधं त्रिशूलं च शाङ्घमायुधमुत्तमम् दैत्यानां देहनाशाय भक्तानामभयाय च धारयन्त्यायुधानीत्थं देवानां च हिताय वै महाबले महोत्साहे महाभयविनाशिनी त्राहि मां देवि दुष्प्रेक्ष्ये शत्रूणां भयवर्धिनी प्राच्यां रक्षतु मामैन्द्री आग्नेयाम् अग्निदेवता दक्षिणेवतु वाराही नैऋत्यां खड्गधारिणी प्रतीच्यां वारुणी रक्षेत् वायव्यां मृगवाहिनी उदीच्यां रक्षकौबेरी ईशान्यां शूलधारिणी ऊर्ध्वं ब्रह्माणि मे रक्षे अधस्ताद्वैष्णवी तथा एवं दश दिशो रक्षे चामुण्डा शववाहना जया मे जाग्रतहस्तातु विजयास्तातु पृष्ठतः अजिता वामपार्श्वे तु दक्षिणे चापराजिता शिखां मे द्योतिनी रक्षेत् उमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता मालाधरी ललाटे च भ्रुवौ रक्षेद्यशस्विनी त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके शङ्किनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये श्रोत्रयोर्द्वारवासिनी कपोलौ कालिका रक्षेत् कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी नासिकायां सुगन्धा च उत्तरोष्टे च चर्चिका अधरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कण्ठमध्ये तु चण्डिका घण्टिकां चित्रघण्टा च महामायां च तालुके कामाक्षी चिबुकं रक्षेत् वाचं मे सर्वमङ्गला ग्रीवायां भद्रकाली च पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी नीलग्रीवा बहिः कण्ठे नलिकां नलकूबरी खड्गधारिण्युभौ स्कन्दौ बाहौ मे वज्रधारिणी हस्तयोर्दण्डिनी रक्षेत् अम्बिका चाङ्गुलीस्तथा नखाचूलेश्वरी रक्षेत् कुक्षौ रक्षेन्नलेश्वरी स्तनौ रक्षेन्महालक्ष्मी मनःशोकविनाशिनी हृदयं ललिता देवी उदरं शूलधारिणी नाभौ च कामिनी रक्षेत् गुह्यं गुह्येश्वरी तथा कट्यां भगवती रक्षेत् जानुनी विन्ध्यवासिनी भूतनाथा च मेढ्रं मे ऊरू महिषवाहिनी जङ्गे महाबला प्रोक्ता सर्वकामप्रदायिनी गुल्फयोर्नारसिंही च पादौ चामिततेजसी पादाङ्गुली श्रीमे रक्षेत् पादाधस्तलवासिनी नखान्दंष्ट्राकराली च केशांश्चैवोर्ध्वकेशिनी रोमकूपेषु कौबेरी त्वचं वागीश्वरी तथा रक्तमज्जावसा मांसानि अस्थिमेधांसि पार्वती अन्त्राणि कालरात्रिश्च पित्तं च मुकुटेश्वरी पद्मावती पद्मकोशे कफे चूडामणिस्तथा ज्वालामुखी नखज्वाला अभेद्या सर्वसन्धिषु शुक्रं ब्रह्माणि मे रक्षेत् छायां चत्रेश्वरी तथा अहङ्कारं मनोबुद्धिं रक्ष मे धर्मचारिणी प्राणापानौ तथा व्यानं समानो दानमेव च यशकीर्तिं च लक्ष्मीं च सदा रक्षतु वैष्णवी गोत्रमिन्द्राणि मे रक्षेत् पशून् मे रक्ष चण्डिके पुत्रान् रक्षेन्महालक्ष्मी भार्यां रक्षतु भैरवी मार्गं क्षेमकरी रक्षे विजया सर्वतः स्थिता रक्षाहीनं तु यत्स्थानं वर्जितं कवचेन तु तत्सर्वं रक्ष मे देवी जयन्ती पापनाशिनी पदमेकं न गच्छेत्तु यदिच्छेच्छुभमात्मनः कवचेनावृतो नित्यं यत्र यत्राधिगच्छति तत्र तत्रार्थलाभश्च विजयः सार्वकामिकः यं यं कामयते कामं तं तं प्राप्नोति निश्चितम् परमैश्वर्यमतुलं प्राप्स्यते भूतले पुमान् निर्भयो जायते मर्त्यः सङ्ग्रामेष्वपराजितः त्रैलोक्ये तु भवेत् पूज्यः कवचेनावृतः पुमान् इदं तु देव्याः कवचम् देवानामपि दुर्लभम् यः पठेत् प्रयतो नित्यं त्रिसन्ध्यं श्रद्धयान्वितः दैवी कला भवेत् तस्य त्रैलोक्येऽप्यपराजितः जीवेद्वर्षशतं साग्रमपमृत्युविवर्जितः नश्यन्ति व्याधयः सर्वे लूताविस्फोटकादयः स्थावरं जङ्गमं वापि कृत्रिमं चापि यद्विषम् आभिचाराणि सर्वाणि मन्त्रयन्त्राणि भूतले भूचराः खेचराश्चैव जलजाश्चोपदेशिकाः सहजाः कुलजामालाः शाकिनी डाकिनी तथा अन्तरिक्षचराघोरा डाकिन्यश्च महाबलाः ग्रहभूतपिशाचाश्च यक्षगन्धर्वराक्षसाः ब्रह्मराक्षसवेतालाः कूष्माण्डा भैरवादयः नश्यन्ति दर्शनात् तस्य कवचे हृदि संस्थिते मानो नतिर्भवेद्राग्नः तेजो वृद्धिकरं परम् यशसा वर्धते सोऽपि कीर्तिमण्डितभूतले जपेत् सप्तशतीं चण्डीं कृत्वा तु कवचं पुरा यावद्भूमण्डलं धत्ते सशैलवनकाननम् तावत्तिष्ठति मेदिन्या सन्ततिः पुत्रपौत्रिकी देहान्ते परमं स्थानं यत्सुरैरपि दुर्लभम् प्राप्नोति पुरुषो नित्यम् महामाया प्रसादतः।
Breathe in and breathe out. Observe the sensations in your body and the stillness in your mind. Once again, breathe in, and as you breathe out, become aware of your body and your surroundings. And at your own pace, slowly and gently, you may open your eyes. Wow, it was so refreshing. I'm sure everybody else is feeling very refreshed. Preeti, I think you're on mute. Can't hear you. There's
So,
no
can you
sound.
hear me now?
Yes, yes.
All right, perfect. No matter how many times we do this, there is always this, technical challenges, and we always almost want to play a bingo which says, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?" So, Kiranji, that was a beautiful chanting session. You even set the stage for us so beautifully by explaining what is it that chanting creates for us, and that positive energy, and to be in that space after chanting. That It's to be experienced, not so much in words, that we can truly get the benefit of chanting and how we feel after that chanting and that Devi Kavacham. And for those of us who join this platform every day, it is one of these things we cannot live without anymore, because we are so used to this little dose of extra energy that, almost heals us, refreshes us, rejuvenates us, and puts us in this very, very calming state of mind. So thank you very much for that beautiful chanting, and for, of course, the meditation on Devi Kavacham. So tell us a little bit more about you, Kiranji. You've had experiences, so many experiences in Southeast Asia, where you have lived and traveled and taught courses. Can you tell us a little bit more about, what you've been doing there and what your experiences have been like?
Okay, so thank you once again, Preeti. Uh, well, I'm so spaced out after the chanting and after the meditation with Devi Kavacham. Um, so let me think. So at this point of time, what comes to my mind and I feel like sharing is a service experience that really has had a deep impact on me, as it was a stark reminder of how much we take life and our loved ones for granted. Just like what is happening now. So this was back, I think, in the year 2013, when I, along with a group of teachers from Singapore, we went to Tacloban city in the Philippines. Soon after Typhoon Yolanda, which is a pretty bad typhoon. you know. And so when we reached there, um, until we had reached there, we only had, whatever news we got on the television and other sources. So we had a picture that, it was pretty bad, but the real picture we got when we reached there, it was, the after effects of the typhoon were devastating. And the affected area, it needed immediate help in every respect: manpower, supplies, and in all other ways. And, quite a few things we were carrying with us: some clothes and medicines, and some dry packaged food, and board games for the children. Um, um, but when we went there, we could see complete destruction around us everywhere: dilapidated buildings, uprooted trees, mud, and garbage everywhere. So when we reached the site where the affected people were living in tents, it was really heartbreaking, to see the uh, how difficult it was for the people there. Fear in the faces of the children, who were, of course, not going to school, and listening to their stories, how they lost their loved ones, possessions, homes. The fear of uncertainty about the future was palpable, all around us. So, we were there for a few days, and we tried our best to, do whatever we could. We made them learn some breathing exercises, and we meditated with them to help them relax and, overcome the trauma. So, and as we spent more time with the children and adults, playing games, talking, and just giving them a listening ear, just being there with them, they shared that they felt so much more comforted. And as the time went by, it really created a beautiful bond of love between us, which actually made it very difficult for us to say goodbye to them when we eventually had to return back to Singapore. So, what my point here is that such close encounters with death are very powerful. We take life so much for granted, our time here for granted, and yet the human spirit has so much resilience. We have so much magic within us. So, now when it is such a testing time for everyone all over the world, now is the time for us to be more mindful, because mindfulness brings us out from thinking about the past, regretting about the past, or feeling sad about the past, or being anxious about the future. being fearful about the future. Sometimes we get caught up with baseless fears. What is it going to happen post COVID? You know, things like that. So, uh, when we are more mindful, it helps us to be so stable in the moment. And of course, you've experienced how chanting helps to calm the mind down. And then also, to be able to be stable in the moment is a gift of meditation. You know, Meditation in today's times is not a luxury, it is a need of the hour. So if any one of you here, there are people from uh, different parts of the world, if any one of you here, you are one of those who have not yet experienced the power of regular meditation, I would highly recommend you to get started soonest. The experience is beyond words. It relaxes us so much deeply at the level of body and also at the level of mind. So, and in fact, meditation, it not only sharpens the intellect, it also increases awareness, it calms the nervous system and makes you so much more balanced. I can use many, many words to describe meditation, but unless and until you make it as your own experience and do it regularly, you will never know. So, time to get started is now. And then what I can say is I'm so happy and grateful to be here with everyone who has joined from all over the world. So, thanks to our host, Preeti, for giving me this opportunity to be on this platform with all of you, chant together, meditate, and share my service experience with you all. So, on that note, uh, I would like to hand over to our host, Preeti.
Thank you, Kiranji. That was such a beautiful sharing of your experience. And you know what, rightly, what you brought out and reminded us all that life is uncertain. It is, what we take for granted, perhaps we should not. But even so, there should not be any anxiety because really what we live is in this moment. And that's where our mind should be. And that's, where chanting brings us, where meditation brings us, and experience that peace of mind, that calm, and have that resilience, that we will overcome this, because just worrying itself or just being anxious itself doesn't do anything, it only causes harm. But knowing that we have the strength, the capability to overcome this, and the fact that we have tools that are at our fingertips, our breathing techniques, our meditation, chanting, continue to do all of that, because that is what will keep us going. Also, reaching out to people in need, just like you did after Hurricane Yolanda. Reaching out is what OVBI is doing at many levels across many, many different communities and cities across North America and India, and even spreading around the world, recognizing that there is a need that is far greater than what we have. We have such a lot to do and such a lot to serve, and whether it's helping healthcare workers. Now there's a second wave, who knows what's going to happen, but we have to be there, giving back to society, whether it's people who are in need of food, whether it is frontline healthcare workers, whether it is plasma donor match, which is truly a lifesaver project. And for those of you who need a reminder, it is one of those projects where you connect those who have recovered from COVID with those who are dire in need of plasma. So you can truly save a life. There is a ventilator project. There is a lot of work that is happening at OVBI is doing at so many levels. So get involved with us, volunteer with us, donate. Every little bit actually goes directly to the cause. It's a non-profit organization, as you all know, volunteer driven, and so anything you can give us goes directly to the cause. So please reach out. And if nothing else, remember, smile, meditate, and chant. And we are here with you every single day without fail, every single day, same time on different platforms, YouTube and Facebook. And do follow us on whatever social media you like. So with a heart full of gratitude, I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. Those of you who are joining us from Canada, I know US Thanksgiving comes later, but there is no greater time than every single day to be grateful for what we have in our lives. Thank you very much. And thank you very much again, Kiranji, joining us from Mumbai,
Thank
India.
you.
leading us on
Thank
this
you.
lovely chanting and for the meditation. Thank you,
Thank you.
Kiranji. Lovely to
Thank
have
you.
you here.